You know that feeling when you're juggling your phone, your keys, maybe a coffee, and you just wish things could be a little more, well, seamless.
Uh-huh.
Imagine a world where information just flows naturally into your view, keeping you connected without constantly reaching for a device.
Yeah, that's the dream, right?
Well, that future, it seems, is being actively shaped by Meta and their upcoming smart glasses.
Hmm.
We've gathered some really interesting tech news and a detailed YouTube breakdown that give us a fascinating look at what they're planning.
Yeah, these sources paint a pretty compelling picture. Our goal in this deep dive is to really understand Meta's strategy here in the smart glasses arena.
Okay.
We want to break down the different devices they seem to be working on, what each one aims to achieve, and, ultimately what this could mean for how we interact with tech day to day.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. Meta already has those Ray-Ban smart glasses out there. You can snap photos, record short videos, even have some basic AI stuff.
Right, the current ones.
But what's coming next sounds like a pretty significant step up. Our sources are pointing to a higher-end model, likely called Hypernova, which could arrive maybe as soon as later this year, 2025.
Ah, Hypernova.
Yeah. Think of the current Ray-Bans as like step one. Hypernova is maybe step 1.5, not full AR yet, but a big leap forward because it has its own built-in screen.
And what's really interesting about Hypernova, based on this info, is that integrated display. It's located at the bottom of the right lens.
Okay, bottom right.
Now, this isn't projecting like a fully immersive AR experience, but it will let you see information overlaid in your vision. We're talking things like notifications popping up, maybe running some basic apps, even viewing photos you've taken with the glasses. So the key thing isn't just that it has a display, but where it is apparently forcing a downward gaze.
Right.
That little detail could have, big ergonomic implications compared to other approaches.
Exactly. It's like getting a taste of what's possible. Now, this jump in tech, it comes with a pretty significant price tag. While the current Ray-Bans start around, what, $299, Hypernova is expected to be closer to the $1,000 mark, maybe even a bit more.
Wow. Okay. That's quite a jump.
It's a big difference. But for that price, the sources suggest you're getting more than just that display. There's talk of a much improved camera, potentially on par with something like an iPhone 13, which, suggests a big upgrade in image quality from the current ones.
That makes sense for the price point.
And the idea of an integrated AI chatbot experience seems to be continuing too, pointing towards more maybe intuitive voice interactions.
Well, that significant price difference really suggests a clear segmentation, doesn't it? Meta seems to be positioning Hypernova as this more premium device.
Right, for early adopters.
Exactly. Targeting those folks really interested in cutting-edge tech who are willing to pay for these advanced features.
Yeah.
And the improved camera quality hints they could become, a primary tool for capturing moments.
Yeah.
And that ongoing AI chatbot development suggests a move towards a more seamless conversational way of interacting with tech on the go.
And the way you'll actually control Hypernova sounds pretty advanced too. Our sources mention both hand gestures
Ooh, okay.
and what they call capacitive touch on the frame itself, like touch-sensitive areas on the frame, kind of like your phone screen works.
Uh-huh.
Plus, when you turn them on, apparently you'll see a home screen with horizontal icons, which sounds, well, very familiar if you've used their MetaQuest VR headsets.
Yeah, that consistency in the UI across product lines makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Definitely.
It'll likely create a more familiar feel for people already in Meta's ecosystem. And the hand gesture control, that's particularly intriguing.
Right.
It suggests going beyond just basic voice commands, opens up potential for more precise interaction with whatever's being displayed.
We also got a glimpse at some of the apps mentioned. Camera, gallery, even a map app pre-installed.
Yeah.
And it sounds like they'll sync with your phone for notifications.
Standard stuff, mostly.
Yeah, but something that really stood out is the description of that display again. It's a monocular panel just for one eye.
Right, just the one.
In the lower right quadrant of the right lens, and apparently it's best viewed when you're looking downward. That's quite different from some other smart glasses concepts where the display is more, up high.
This downward-facing monocular display. It does raise an interesting question about the user experience, doesn't it?
Yeah, like how natural is that?
It seems like Meta might be prioritizing a less obtrusive way to show info, keeping most of your direct line of sight clear.
Right, yeah.
It also makes you wonder about, neck strain or just how intuitive it'll feel to constantly glance down for info. Why choose that approach? It's a design decision with definite trade-offs, I think.
It is. Well, our sources are pointing to a potential launch for Hypernova, maybe around Meta's Connect event in the fall. Seems like they're building up to something significant.
Feels like it.
But while Hypernova sounds cool and capable, it's still not that full augmented reality experience everyone's really waiting for, is it?
No, not quite. For that, we need to look at Meta's longer-term plans.
Right.
So the information we have suggests that the Orion project, that was their initial, really ambitious attempt at full AR glasses, has been, well, discontinued.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah. Instead, their focus seems to have shifted to a follow-up model codenamed emis, with a potential release maybe as early as 2027.
2027. Okay, so still a few years out.
Exactly. And it's important to remember, bringing true seamless AR to a consumer product is incredibly complex. Meta still faces big hurdles with cost, display tech, and just manufacturing these things at scale.
Absolutely. Making something powerful enough for compelling AR, but also light enough and affordable enough for, regular people, that's a massive technical challenge.
It really is.
However, the reports we've seen do offer some encouraging signs. Insiders are apparently saying that the Artemis prototypes, and it seems Artemis might be another code name for these more advanced units.
Right, Artemis or emis, yeah.
They're supposedly noticeably lighter than those earlier Orion versions. And that reduction in weight is, well, that's really encouraging. Nobody wants a heavy brick on their face all day.
No kidding. And the fact they did move on from Orion to these Artemis prototypes suggests a serious commitment to refining the tech and actually delivering something people will want.
Yeah.
Orion likely hit roadblocks, tech limits, cost issues, maybe both forcing them to take this more iterative approach. And while 2027 might seem far off, it really underscores just how complex creating truly seamless, immersive AR really is.
For sure. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about how you might actually interact with these future glasses.
Okay.
One of the really interesting pieces of info is this neural wristband controller, codenamed Series.
Ah, yes, Series.
It sounds like this wristband is very likely to be included with Hypernova and will let you get this finger gestures to control the glasses.
Finger gestures. Wow.
That's some pretty next-level interaction. Building on that idea of intuitive control, our sources also hint at maybe even more advanced methods down the line.
Well, the Series wristband is fascinating. It definitely hints at a more intuitive, hands-free way to interact. Instead of just voice or tapping the frame, finger gestures could offer more precise, nuanced control. This is where, truly innovative user experiences could start to emerge. Imagine subtly manipulating virtual objects or navigating menus with just tiny finger movements.
It definitely got some people thinking. We even saw a listener comment in one of our sources saying they'd love a watch that works seamlessly with glasses, maybe even replacing the need for a phone entirely.
Interesting idea.
Imagine, taking pictures and making calls just through your eyewear, controlled subtly from your wrist. That comment really taps into this desire for a more integrated, less phone-centric future.
Oh, definitely. The idea of a watch and glasses working together, handling tasks we currently need our phones for, that's a compelling vision.
It really is.
It speaks to the potential for wearables to truly augment our lives, freeing us from constantly looking down at a screen. It's not just convenience. It hints at a fundamental shift in how we might interact with our digital world.
And another listener brought up a really practical, real-world use case, car mechanics.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Think about it. They could wear these glasses as safety eyewear, right?
Yeah.
But simultaneously access diagnostic info, tech data, maybe torque specs, all overlaid right there in their view.
Ah, that's a great example. Hands-free info.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That could be a game changer for efficiency and accuracy in that kind of job. That's a fantastic example because it highlights tangible benefits beyond just notifications or fun stuff.
It really does.
They even mentioned Microsoft's HoloLens as a related concept, which shows this idea of using AR in professional settings isn't totally new, but it's evolving, becoming more accessible maybe.
Indeed. In industries where hands-free info is crucial, smart glasses could offer a huge advantage. The HoloLens reference is relevant too. It shows the concept's been around, but the tech is now getting more compact, potentially more affordable,
Right.
opening up possibilities in construction, healthcare, even just navigating a new city. Imagine getting directions overlaid on the actual street.
Yeah, lots of potential there. It's also interesting to see who Meta is partnering with on this stuff. The boot screen on Hypernova reportedly shows Meta alongside Google, Android, and Qualcomm.
The usual suspects.
Yeah, it really highlights the collaboration needed for this kind of complex tech. And looking even further out, there's mention of a successor to Hypernova,
Already.
imaginatively named Hypernova 2, planned for 2027. This version is said to have 2 screens,
Ah, dual screens. Okay.
which could offer a more immersive, richer experience. And it'll supposedly be designed with Oakley, specifically for athletic use.
Oakley, okay, that makes sense for sports. The partnership with Google and Qualcomm signals the complexity of the shared expertise needed. And dual screens on Hypernova 2 could indeed offer more immersion, maybe making them better for activities needing a wider view or more detailed visuals.
Yeah, and that Oakley collaboration is smart, isn't it? Tapping into their sports eyewear expertise could open up new uses for athletes, like real-time performance data or augmented training.
Definitely a strategic move.
So let's try and bring it all together for you, the listener. It really seems like Meta is taking a deliberate, kind of phased approach to AR glasses.
Feels that way.
We're likely to see the near-term Hypernova, with its built-in display, as a big step towards that longer-term, more ambitious goal of full AR with emis or Artemis.
Exactly. Meta's strategy appears to be gradual evolution. Introduce key features, tackle tech challenges bit by bit. Hypernova serves as that important intermediate step, letting them refine the UX, gather feedback.
Before launching the really ambitious full AR device.
Precisely. And the potential here is, well, it's immense. Imagine these devices seamlessly integrating AI, offering entirely new ways to get info, connect with people, interact with the world around us.
It's an exciting prospect, and it definitely gives us a lot to think about. So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. As tech like this continues to advance, what kind of truly groundbreaking applications, those real killer apps, do you think would drive mainstream adoption of AR glasses?
Yeah, what makes everyone need one? It's definitely something to consider. It's a conversation that's just beginning, really, and your thoughts on this are valuable.
Well, thank you for taking this deep dive into the future of Meta's smart glasses with us today. We've explored the current trajectory and the exciting potential based on the info we
Oh,
have.
it's fascinating stuff.
If you found this exploration insightful, please do like and subscribe. And we'd really love to hear your thoughts. What topics should we dive into next? Let us know down in the comments. Wait for ending.